Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto here with the Wasteland Reviewer channel here on YouTube, and I'm here to review Hidden Figures. Hidden Figures got released wide this weekend, and it was written and directed by Theodore Melfi, and it was starring Taraji Henson, Octavia Spencer, and Janelle Monáe. Now, this was a really fun, enjoyable movie that I thought was really important. It's about three women who are African American who are part of NASA and helped with the first man orbiting the Earth. And overall, I thought this was an above average film. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't the best film by any means of the year, but I was so glad that I got to see this film. Starting from directing, this film was very put together, very well, looked great. It was able to meld the original footage of certain things and CGI shots, which you wouldn't expect a whole lot to be in this movie, but there were some and it worked very well. And overall, the story was told in a very interesting way. Now, in terms of the pacing, this movie kept it going, and I never felt bored at all watching this film. And overall, it was a very enjoyable experience, which I was actually shocked. I went at 10:30 on Saturday during a snowstorm, and the whole entire theater was packed. I wound up being in the second row. And definitely the experience being there was a very different experience than most of the times that I go to the movies. And when you come to, let's say, the writing of the film, so this film is about three friends, and for the first half of the film, it really feels like it's about these three friends. And they have fantastic chemistry. All of them work very well together. But the issue is coming into the second half of the film, you realize one of their trajectories, in relation to the movie, I guess, really is the focus of the film, and the two other storylines kind of feel tacked on with the rest of the film, especially one of them, and that kind of takes you out of the movie. It probably would have felt better to really hone in and focus on the one particular storyline going on, as it was the central premise of the film, but they try to still balance it with time and everything as a three-part film. And then also with the main character, they spend a lot of time with her personal life and with her kids and a love interest. And yes, this is based off of true events, but I don't think the film needed to focus on those things. It felt like you're taking away from the focus of the film, and that wasn't the greatest. Now, when it comes to how the characters were written, these three characters were fantastic. I love them. They were deep. They had interesting quirks about each of them. They had different focuses, ambitions, and they were all fantastically brought to film. Taraji P. Henson should be up there for Best Actress of the Year. Octavia Spencer and definitely Janelle Monáe, who honestly had the least focused to do in the film out of the three of them. Both of them were fantastic and definitely could get considerations for Best Supporting Actress. Now, he hasn't gotten a whole lot of buzz as of right now, but honestly, I thought Kevin Costner deserves to be up there with a lot of the other actors up there for Best Supporting Actor. He did a fantastic job. And honestly, I haven't seen Kevin Costner in a film in a while, and he proves why he's a very talented actor here. Little particular quirks he brings to the character, and he's so believable, and you understand, and his character is actually very interesting as the boss in the situation, because he is so on a different plane with the numbers and everything like that, that all the social commentary, social issues going on kind of are in a peripheral for him. And then when he does get to focus on them, he just doesn't get them. He's not seeing things in like a social situation at the time. He's just seeing it from a plain black and white. It's like, well, why is this even going on? This doesn't make any sense. They're people too, and that was a very interesting part of this film. Kirsten Dunst and she was fine, I guess, and so was Dr. Sheldon Cooper, which Thought his casting was interesting in this film, but overall, the music was fantastic. Pharrell Williams' music and Hans Zimmer's score was fantastic that they made for the film. Would not be surprised if some of that music gets up there for the Oscars. It might not. This is actually a very tough year with a lot of competition, but the music was fantastic. It sounded like a modern song, but it didn't sound like a modern song. And I thought it fit very well into the film. The editing was done very well. This is a well put together film. And overall, this was a really nice time. It was an important film. I'd highly suggest anybody go see this film. It is actually really important. I'm going to give Hidden Figures a very solid B.